Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building a Craftsman family home in Willow Creek. Now, the point of me making this house, I don't usually have a point when I'm making these houses. I just kind of build. But I wanted to make a house that I would put a family in, which I don't have any families that I'm playing with currently. Well, I do. I need a house. I don't have any families that I have or playing with that need a house. That was confusing. But I wanted one that was more realistic to something that I would build in, because most of the houses that I build, I wouldn't play in. I would just look at and build, because the building experience is part of it. But I don't play The Sims a lot. I don't play families and stuff a lot. That's more of a free time activity. But I build a lot, so that's mostly what I do. That's what I find the most fun, is just building. But I wanted to make one that had more of an open floor plan, which with the kitchen and living room. I was about to say lining room, mixing dining room and living room, but it's okay. It's fine. But I did that, and it was also red on the outside, which I wasn't originally going to go with, because I don't build red houses very often. It's a very bright color, and it's a lot, but I thought it was really cool. I put these red flowers down with the red door, and I thought that was pretty cool, and I was going to make the house white, siding originally, but then I was like, no, we're just going to go full out red on everywhere, and I thought that was really cool, and it looks really cool from the outside with all of the white detailing with the red everywhere, and so that was really fun. But the inside went blue. I'm not really sure, that's fine. There's not a lot of red things in The Sims, and they're kind of weird looking most of the time when they are red, so I just went with blue, and also the blue parenthood counters, and so I thought that was really fun. And it has a nice and cozy living room with I think the get-together chair, which I don't think I have ever used before. You'll see it when I get into the living room. Currently we're still doing the outside, but I don't think I've ever used that chair before, which is strange, because I've used a lot of the items in The Sims, especially when I do weird challenges or doing stuff like that. But I don't think I've ever used that. I think it's kind of ugly, but also it kind of worked with the house. So I was just I'll put it down, because it had the brown dark wood that I was using, and then the blue. So it fits with the color, but it also it's kind of modern, kind of you would find at a pool. So it's a bit strange, but I still used it, and it looks fine. But I don't think I would use it again, which is fine, because you're not going to like every single thing that is in, the game. A singular chair is not, hurting anybody, unless that is your favorite chair, in which I am very sorry, but I'm assuming it's not going to be your favorite chair. Very strange. Also, I'm experimenting, not with the house. However, I'm recording a voiceover while they're, I think they're doing edging, or something, mowing over there. I don't think you can hear them. I can hear them. However, I am fully aware that I don't think you can hear them, because the mic is very good and only has a certain range in which it can hear noise. Because sometimes even when the dogs will bark, you cannot hear them with my microphone, which is very strange to me. But you can hear me fine. But I don't think you can hear the microphone or the mowing. So I'm just gonna keep talking, which I've done 3 voiceovers. So if you can hear it, well, you now have probably 4 voiceovers that you are going to have, lawn mowing, but that's okay. It'll be okay. Also, if you watched yesterday's video, this is not very important, but I said some very strange things yesterday. One, I had blood on my hand. Do I know where the blood came from? Absolutely not. Still cannot figure it out. I took a 4-minute break between these voiceovers. I still don't know where the blood came from. Couldn't tell you. Nothing on me is bleeding. It is blood, though. It is bright red, and it is blood looking. So, that's fine. It is still on me, too, because I didn't take the time to wash it off. It'll wash off soon. It's dry. It's dry. It's dark, dried red. But, not really sure about that one. It'll figure it out at some point. However, it'll be okay. But also, I also said that I broke my microphone. Apparently I didn't break it. I just screwed something off, and it kind of just fell off. It's good now. It was the padding at the end of the microphone stand that just kind of just went no and fell off. It's back on now, and it is stuck, so we are all good. It is back in shape, so that's all good. But moving on to like talking and stuff. But I think I mentioned this like last week. I bought library books. I didn't buy them. I borrowed library books. However, I bought 2 of them at once, and then I had a hold on a book that I probably shouldn't have gotten the new 2 books, knowing that it probably could have come in during the time that I was reading it. But I wasn't expecting it to come in like exactly when I had like gotten the books, because it was like 2-3 days apart, and so very very fun. But I had 3 books to finish within a 3 week, 21 days, yeah, so 3 weeks, 3 week period, and so I was not expecting me to finish them. However, I got the 2 books done, one of which I read in 2.5 days, which is 2.5 days is basically 2.5 hours of reading, because I don't read that much per day. I just do it at night when I'm about to go to bed, because that's the only free time I have. Real fun. But I finished them really quickly so that I would have the max amount of time to read this book, which is 800 pages long. Now, it's a bit of a chunky book. It's the Priory of the Priory of the Orange Tree, so it's massive. But I think I'll be able to read it. But also, it's a fantasy book, and I don't read that many fantasy books. Should I have started with this fantasy book to start out with my, fantasy reading? No, not at all. I literally cannot understand most of what is happening. However, I know the most of what's happening. But, like, it's kind of confusing, but it kind of makes sense. Also, cannot pronounce any of the words inside my head. Not at all. Like, names, no. Places, no. Titles, absolutely not. But that's okay. You're gonna read a book when you can't understand any of the words. It'll be fine. Names are not supposed to be pronounceable. It's fine. But I think I get it enough to continue reading, because I read 80 pages yesterday, because I sectioned them out into 10 80-page sections, because I think I mentioned this like last time I mentioned reading, but if I don't section them, I will just space off halfway through, a page, and then I just won't get any reading done. But if I know that there's an end goal, I will read it all just fine, which is very strange. I love reading, but I have a brain that does not want to pay attention, so it's just like, no. But if I have an 80-page goal, it took me 45 minutes to read those 80 pages, and now I am, that far in, and that would not have happened if I hadn't to split it up. Because I know some people will just take the book and start reading it. I used to be able to do that when I was younger. Cannot do that anymore. Have to section it off, or I won't do it. I tried doing that one time with a book over the summer. Did not finish it. I did finish it, but I didn't finish it until I sectioned it off again, and I finished it because it took me almost 4 weeks to be able to get to a point where I decided to section it off, and it took so long. But then when I started sectioning it off, it took me 3 days to read, which is really fun. But, it's not that I read, a certain amount a day. It's, whenever I pick up the book, I'll read this much. So, we're gonna try that. And so, hopefully it is done. But I started reading it yesterday, which is the 4th. It's due the 15th. And I put it into 10 sections. So, if I do read a section a day, I'll have time. But if I read more than 1 section a day, I'll be even better. So, we'll see if this happens. It'll probably be a bit stressful towards the end because I won't have enough time, but, I'll just probably end up reading 160 pages in a day, but that's okay because books are fun. Also, I think sometime in the near future, next month or something, probably, hopefully, I am getting the new bed that I said 2 months ago I was getting. My parents wanted to wait till the Labor Day sale because beds are cheaper, because beds are so expensive. That is too much money for a bed. Look up bed prices. Why are they that expensive? That's a lot of money. Can't even think about that. But they're getting a bed. They're getting a king-size bed, so that's even more expensive, but I'm gonna get their bed, and so then I'll have a queen-size bed, which I had a queen-size bed when I was 6. I had moved from a toddler bed to a queen-size bed, and then sometime at 9, around 9, I decided that I wanted to not have a queen-size bed, and instead have the same bed as my brother, which is a twin-size bed, with shelves at the back. I'm not sure what 9-year-old me was thinking, couldn't tell you, but I don't think, I liked the bed when I was younger, because I could fit in it, but if I have a singular, pillow on the end of it, my feet stick out the end. I don't really know how that happened. Not sure. I'm not even that tall. I have literally no idea what's happening. However, it's really annoying, but sometime I will be getting a queen size bed, and so then I'll have more space, and so that's fun. And then also, they said that I could paint my walls, and we'll see if that actually happens. But I'm going to paint them like a sage green, and then I'm going to have one wall that I have convinced them to let me paint with chalkboard paint, and then use chalkboard markers on. So I'm very much so looking to that, because I've had this bed, or this room, since I was 10, and 10-year-old me should not have been able to have decisions, because all of the decisions I made when I was 10 were really, really bad. When I was 10, I was very excited about that. However, I was 10, should have realized that at, 13, I was not going to want bright red and yellow walls and, sea themed. I'm not really sure. Now I'm going, not themed, simple furniture kind of design, which, is better, especially for me being almost 16. But I'm hoping I'll like it for more than, 3 years before I die, or not die, but get bored of it and stuff, and all that stuff. But we'll see. My, opinions change fairly quickly about this kind of stuff. So, that's probably why it took them so long to agree to, let me do that. But that's fine. Whatever. I will just deal with it like I have been. But we're getting to the end of the video. I've talked through screenshots at this point. But it is almost screenshots time. Subscribe if you like today's video, or if you want to see more like this. But I post a video 4 days a week, so you can watch a new video next time. Bye!